Black Eyed Tales, Black Eyed Tales. It's almost time for Black Eyed Tales. Come along and take my hand, and let's all go to Black Eyed Land. Black Eyed Tales.
Black Eyed Tales.
Modern War Negro.
Hey, nigga talking, sit your ass down. What's up, motherfuckers? NWN on the mic, aka Drake Jr., and I'm doing it big as usual. And welcome back to Black Eyed Tales. Now, in case you don't know, this is a show where a real ass goon takes stories from his life, okay? And today I'm playing that Halo Quattro, nigga. But we not here for the motherfucking gameplay, are we? We here for the story, okay? Now, I was chilling at work, you know, not working, doing my thing or whatever. And this story just kind of randomly came to me, and I just buzzed it out loud. I was like, all right, I gotta tell this joint. It was about this crazy ass homecoming that we had back in high school. And without further ado, I present to you Homecoming Madness. Now let me give you a little backstory on this whole wild homecoming, okay? Now let's rewind the clock back to 2007, like a and you know, I'm young as shit. I'm 17. You know, I'm arrogant as fuck. I'm on that YOLO lifestyle, nigga, okay? And one day, me and my boy Jay, we was just chilling right at the YMCA. You know, we was talking shit, you know, like guys normally do. And one thing about Jay is he was that one white guy that just, he fucking loved black people. He loved our style, the way we spoke, the way we walked, the way we dressed. So he would always just naturally kind of hang around us. And, you know, we didn't hate Jay because he was white or whatever. You know, he showed us love, so we showed him love. It was whatever. And but Jay went to my rival high school, okay, and it was mostly black and Hispanic people, and he would always come to the YMCA and tell all these wild stories that went on in the school about all these gang fights and sex going on in the bathroom, and you know, he would always seem to, for some reason, he was always around all this wild shit that was going on, but we used to always just dismiss his folk tales to make him mad. So one day I was like, man, I be getting mad bitches, and of course, naturally, Jay responds, nah, son, I be getting way more bitches than you. I'm like, whatever, dude. I was like, you a lie, because you could check my resume. I be getting mad bitches, nigga. Well, you ain't even got no resume. We ain't ever seen you with no chick, Jay. So, you know, of course, he's hyping himself up, trying to prove himself. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, I be getting mad, girl. I'm like, okay, whatever, nigga. Like, you get girls, right? He's like, yeah. So I'm like, all right, well, prove yourself. He's like, well, how am I supposed to do that? I said, well, come to homecoming at my school next week. He's like, man, what? I said, give me the money. I'll buy you a ticket. It's $15. I'll buy you a ticket to our homecoming dance, and I'll get you in, and you can prove yourself. It's going to be mad bitches there. It's going to be real loose, my nigga, real loose, and you're going to prove yourself there. He's like, all right, bet. So, you know, later on that day, I hop on Xbox Live, and we was playing the original Gears of War, and I ran the idea past my man Carter about Jay running with us to homecoming. He's like, yeah, cool, it's whatever, because, you know, one thing about Carter, he went to my school, and that was my nigga, you know what I'm saying? And he never actually met Jay, but me, him, and Jay used to play Xbox all the time. We used to play on Gears all the time. We had plenty of conversations. He just never actually physically met Jay. So he's like, whatever, he cool. I get to meet Jay, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no problem. He seemed cool as hell. He can run with us, so it's whatever. Okay, so flash forward to homecoming night, all right? Now, we all young as shit, you know, but we fresh as fuck with our button-down T-shirts. We got the ties, the slacks, the dress shoes, you know. We was looking like some church boys, but, you know, we was looking to dive into some of that sinful pussy that night, you feel what I'm saying? And, so, you know, me and Jay roll up to the school, you know, we meet up with Carter before we walk in, and, you know, we do the whole meet and greet, dapping each other up. You know, we was rubbing our hands together like Birdman, because, you know, we was trying to get into some real crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, me and Carter, you know, we walk in first, and Jay follows behind, because he didn't know anyone, and, you know, all the bitches was talking to us in the hallway, because, you know, around school, all the hoes used to see me and Carter together, so they nicknamed us the sexiest black duo, and we used to run with that shit, okay? Now, I'm gonna save that for another story another day, all right? So, you know, we chopping it up with the bitches, you know, Jay just kind of sitting in the pocket, not socializing, and then he taps me on the shoulder, and he says, hey, man, he's like, I'm gonna go hit the dance floor, I'm gonna see what's good. So, you know, we dapped him up. He was like, all right, bet, we see you in there, get that, son, get that. All right, so after we get done talking in the hallway, me and Carter enter the dance floor, and this bitch is twerking everywhere, son. But what do we see? Jay was right next to the entrance of the gym where the dance is being held with this chick, and she was twerking on him hard as a motherfucker. And at first, we was like, oh, shit, get that, my nigga, get that, Jay, look at you, we are so proud of you, son, you done grown up. But when we got closer and we seen who Jay was dancing with, we was like, oh, my God, this dude was dancing with Freyne. Now, we warned Jay's dumbass about Freyne before the dance, and Freyne was one of the school's biggest hoes, and she was known for fucking a whole football team at once. And let me break it down for you how nasty she actually was, okay? The week before homecoming, Freyne fell down a flight of stairs, and she broke her leg in school. She shows up to homecoming whole time in her freakum dress with a big ass boot on her broken leg, leaning to one side, twerking on Jay because the boot was so heavy. The shit looked crazy, son. And he was like, yo, Jay, what the fuck? And we snatched him up. He was like, what the hell's your problem? I was doing me. And we was like, that's Frey Nasty, nigga. And because that's what we used to call her. We used to call her Frey Nasty. He's like, oh my God. He's like, am I gonna be okay? He was like, you had clothes on, son. You should be all right. You should be safe from STDs. So we turn to the right and we see this chubby little kid named Charles. He was with all his friends, and they was peer pressuring him to dance with this one chick who was on the dance team in our school. And, you know, she was known around school for being one of the top twerkers in the school, okay? So, you know, Charles is all short, chubby, and naive. And, you know, all his friends is like, you can't handle that, nigga. You can't handle that. You know, of course, he's like, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. So, you know, she starts twerking on him to mess. Like, I think she was just messing with him. But, you know, she starts twerking on him. And her booty was just too fat for him. Like, he couldn't handle all that woman. It was so much booty and so much gyration. Like, his friends had to, it was like 2 or 3 friends. They had to hold him up while she was grinding on him. You know, we just, and like, he's like falling back from like, while her booty is like pounding on his penis and shit. And he's like, ah. You know, the whole time we just sitting in the pocket, like laughing at the whole situation. You know, after that, Carter was like, all right. He's like, bet. He's like, I'm about to get you some pussy, Jay. He's like, follow me. So, you know, he leads us to his friend Katie now. Katie was that one white girl who could actually twerk. She actually had some rhythm, and she would do anything to please a black man, like that, you know, like that one white girl from that movie Hustle and Flow. And Carter was like, hey, Katie. She was like, yeah. He's like, hook my mans up, Jay, with a dance. She's like, no problem, Carter. You know, she starts to go to work on Jay. So so then Carter daps me up and he's like, hey, man, he's like, I'm about to go do me. I'm like, I bet. So, you know, I'm gonna go do me. You know, we left Jay and we all split up, you know, to go get some ass. Now, before we move on, I just want to tell you to keep this person Katie in mind because she comes into play later on, all right? So the 3 of us split up, right? And as soon as I turn around, I had this girl waiting for me, right? And she asks me to dance. She's like, hey, can I dance for you? I'm like, yeah, girl, ain't no problem. Whatever you want to grind on my dick, you want to feel my dick up against your booty, it'll be my pleasure. I can supply this dick for you, girl. So she pulled me by my arm to the middle of the dance floor and she proceeds to hit me with the windshield wiper. Now, for all you nerd ass motherfuckers that ain't never been to a dance or a party before, ain't never had no bitch on your dick, and you don't know what a windshield wiper is, let me give you a Negro knowledge breakdown, all right? Windshield wiper. Verb. Pronunciation. Windshield wiper. A term used when we were kids referring to a female who lacks total rhythm and no twerking skills. What she tends to do is back up on a male and put her hips into his hands where she sways left to right, replicating the motion seen on a car's windshield wipers. The windshield wiper is mostly prevalent in white women, but not exclusive. Often it is seen in white women because black girls twerk, Hispanic girls hip roll, Indian girls belly dance, and white girls just watch. The windshield wiper is known 100% of the time to make a man's penis soft as possible. So more than often, he will seek another female to reenact the mating ritual on the dance floor. So I danced with the windshield wiping bitch for like one song, and I left it after that because my penis didn't get hard once during that whole dance. I was fucking rolling my eyes the whole time thinking like, yo, this bitch is whack as fuck. So, you know, I hit the dance floor again in search of a new target, and I seen this fat booty, right? And I just walked up to her and I stuck my crotch up on her and she kept dancing. So I thought, yes, mission accomplished in this motherfucker. So while she was bent over doing her thing, I seen one of my friends that he was facing in front of me. He had his girl bent over as well. Now, the dance floor was crowded, so we weren't that far apart, and he stuck his hand out, and that's when I stuck my hand out, and that's when we high-fived. He was like, yeah, while the girls were twerking on us and shit, because, I mean, that's the shit we used to do when he was young. He was, like, celebrating, like, yes! So, after a few dances with that chick, I moved on to another girl, and, man, I never forget this girl, man. I don't remember her name, but she had on this white, semi-transparent, see-through dress. And she started twerking on me, right? She started going ham as a motherfucker, yeah. And she was just doing that real freaky shit where she had like her head down and she was like touching her ankles, and like midway through the song, she lifted up her dress and this broad didn't have no panties on. And I was like, whole time I was like, oh my God, thank you, Jesus. And it was one of those moments where like she was like grinding on me the whole time. I was like, should I be doing this? Like we young as shit. Like we in high school. Should I be doing this? And like it was one of those moments where like everyone that was like, everybody who was nearby, they was like staring at us, and they was all like, damn, y'all. Like, I noticed like all the dudes was like rooting me on, and then, and then I even seen like a couple people that I hadn't seen since like middle school, right? They went to the same high school Jay went to, my rival high school, and they came to homecoming, and I hadn't seen these people in like years since I was a little kid. You know, now I'm on my grown man status, and they was like, oh my God, Corey, is that you? What the hell? Because the last time they seen me, I was like the kid that was playing like Yu-Gi-Oh at lunch and shit. And but after that song had ended, she instantly pulled her dress back down. You know, she turned back into a saint. Because you know, girls, you know, when the song's over, you know, they turn back into a saint. They only a hoe during the song. You know, I'm like after she pulled her dress down, I'm like, hold on, girl, like where you going, girl? What the hell? What happened to that freaky bitch? Now after that, girl, I danced with a few more chicks, but then these two female friends of mine grabbed me, and they decided to sandwich me. And for all you nerd motherfuckers that don't know what that is, sandwiched. Verb. Pronunciation, sandwich. A sexual act where two females stick you between them and start grinding on you. It's the ultimate sign of respect and the ultimate ego booster. If you've never been sandwiched, you ain't shit. Now the dance had been going on for a few hours, and I hadn't seen Jay all night since we left him with Katie. But what do I see while I'm getting sandwiched by these two chicks? Jay and three random dudes standing to the left on the edges of the dance floor watching me do me. They was like rubbing their hands together like Birdman, making all these weird faces like, yeah, get that, son. And the whole time I'm like, ugh. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, quit watching me, yeah. So after the song was over, I moved on to dance with a few other females, and for some reason, the DJ felt the need to stop playing the good shit that had the women twerking, and he played Soulja Boy's Crank That, because, you know, the DJ had to play something for the few white kids there who lack rhythm, because, you know, white people love to line dance to mask their rhythm deficiencies. But I thought to myself, oh hell no, I'm not I'm not about to dance with this fuck shit. And that's when I noticed like my shirt was all drenched in sweat, and I was like, oh my God, I think I'm dehydrated. And that's when I realized I hadn't left the dance floor for like 2 hours straight. I was so hard. I was just doing me so hard. But I was like, all right, bet. While this stupid song was on, I'm gonna go for a water break. I'm gonna use the bathroom, you know, do what I gotta do, and then come back and go in ham for the rest of the night. And that's when Jay's ass pop out of nowhere. He's like, where you going, Corey? I said, I'm not dancing to Soulja Boy. He's like, nigga, I got morals and shit. Like, what the fuck? And but Jay tried to play me like shit though. He was like, oh, you fucking lame. You mad you don't know how to crank that? You don't know the dance? He's like, I've been watching all the crank that tutorials on YouTube. And then he does the crank, he cranks to the side on the part where he's like, y'all know what I'm talking about, where you crank or whatever. And I'm like, Jay, I was like, you're a fucking faggot. And I left out the dance floor. Now, as soon as I made it out of the dance floor, I was relieved because I got into the hallway and I was greeted by my man's Carter and, you know, all the other fellow real niggas that was at the dance that night. You know, it was like all the real niggas just wasn't fucking with Soulja Boy, man. We was too busy out, you know. We was out there sipping on our water in the hallway, bragging about all the promiscuous shit we was doing that night. And after Soulja Boy had went off, you know, the real nigga huddle broke and we went back to work on them hoes. So fast forward and the night ends. Now, once again, all the real niggas is bragging out in front of the school. And, you know, the huddle breaks and we go home. Now, the dance happened on a Friday night, so Saturday afternoon, me and Carter, you know, we going over all the crazy shit of what happened the previous night via chat on Xbox Live, and he was like, son, I got the funniest shit to tell you. I'm like, what? He said, you remember when I hooked Jay up with that dance with Katie? I'm like, yeah, what about it? Carter said, I just got off the phone with Katie, and she said, whole time she was grinding on Jay, she was thinking, does he even have a dick? I don't feel nothing. He got a little gumdrop. So of course we busted out laughing. And that Monday when I seen Jay at the YMCA, I told him what Katie had said, and of course, you know, he didn't believe it. He was like, oh, whatever, you hating ass man. These bitches love me. You fucking lie. He thought we was just making this shit up. And for the rest of the year, we called Jay Gumdrop just to piss him off. We was like, hey, Gumdrop, come here. No, let's see. The moral of the story is, if you dance with a female and she's grinding on you, you know, she's making an effort, you make sure you get as hard as possible so she can feel you, because she will run back and tell her friends that you got a little gumdrop dick if she don't feel nothing. So, yeah. Yeah, but anyway, if you found this story entertaining, give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. You know, all that bullshit. Thanks for watching, you guys, but the city need me.
I used to have to sneak just to get my food. free lunch made it feel like they don't approve. Set a card for $1 used to be the move. I wanna be Jabari, man, that nigga cool. I wanna lash out, nigga, keep it cool. All my friend did was draw something, now he out of school. Cause everything was always show me what you made of. And everybody knew somebody who was laid up. I didn't need it, mama said it's a lesson. Some people will never like you, don't let them catch you stressing. You know a cold's a cold, the world can't stop them. Eating out rat hole.